Okay, there is a lot I want to cover in some future videos. The next video I want to do is a continuation of the alternate history series that I started not too long ago. I want to do a second one of those pretty soon, probably before the end of the week. It'll be my next video that I do. One of the topics will probably be one of the ones that you saw in the description box in the first alternate history series that I did not too long ago. So that is the next video that I will do. I also want to marvel at how stacked WrestleMania is shaping up to be. I mean, look at the card we have right now and think about the matches that have been building but haven't been finalized yet. This is an amazingly stacked WrestleMania. I mean, this is probably the most stacked WrestleMania going in. You know, you have to emphasize this is going in. This is probably the most stacked WrestleMania since, I'm going to say, WrestleMania 19. This is an amazingly stacked card. You know, WrestleMania 19 had lackluster builds going in, and it had a great card, just lackluster build. And you know, I think the build for this WrestleMania has been better than WrestleMania 19, and the card is just as good as WrestleMania 19. This could be an amazing WrestleMania. You know, top 5 worthy if it delivers. You know, we don't know if it'll deliver, but it's got the card has the potential to be amazing, and I am looking forward to this WrestleMania like no other. I might even, you know, stay up to watch this one. That's the last time I did that was in WrestleMania 21. To be honest, I mean, I would always order it and watch it the next day, but I would never actually stay up to watch it, based on the time difference and all that. I wouldn't do that. I haven't done that in a long time, and I might do it for this one because that is how stacked this show is. And I will also want to speculate and express some confusion on how Randy Savage is still not in the WWE Hall of Fame. You know, they might very doubtfully announce him before the inductions close, but that is very doubtful at this point. You know, they wanted Warrior for the centerpiece of the Hall of Fame this year, the Ultimate Warrior, who they do not like, and they don't like Randy Savage, yet they will not consider him. You know, I want to speculate on that a little bit. But that is all for the future videos. That is all for the future. For right now, though, Ring of Honor have announced the main events for their Phoenix shows on WrestleMania weekend. They have announced the main events, and I use the term plural because, you know, I'm going to say in a negative light this is confusing, but in a positive light this is very unpredictable and very thought-provoking, what they have done here. On night 1, on March 26th, the first Phoenix show, Ring of Honor will have the Ring of Honor World Champion Tyler Black go on a personal gauntlet. He will face both Roderick Strong and Austin Aries on the same night. And then on night 2, March 27th, Roderick Strong will do the exact same thing. He will face Austin Aries and Tyler Black on the same night. Now, the article that I will post in the description box, the article that did this, that announced this, was kind of vague in its approach. Like, I don't think it completely finalized the order of those matches, which might let you kind of speculate a little bit on where they would go with this. The article also made clear that the title has not been finalized for any of this yet. I mean, it's very up in the air whether or not the title will be involved in this in any way yet. You know, I would not be surprised if they did not have a title involved in this at all, just for the sake of building up towards the Big Bang. I would not be surprised at all. Or they might just have it on one of the nights. You know, it kind of seems a shame to have no Ring of Honor World title match on either Phoenix night. That kind of seems a shame, especially for Supercard of Honor. But that's all speculation. We don't know yet if the title will be involved and how it will be involved in this. But we can speculate on where they might go with this. Because my first reaction to this was, you know, why not just do a round robin challenge? You know, why not go with something that the fans are familiar with? Because this is kind of confusing. You know, it might just be the article being very vague, or it might just be me being very stupid, because maybe it's very easy to figure out and I'm just kind of having a bad day and not reading it right. But I think they've left it kind of vague. They've left it kind of up in the air, which is not a bad thing. But what I can take away from this, and what I can, you know, kind of give them credit for, is going for something that is completely unpredictable. You know, there are just so many different directions they could go with this at, that I think this is a good move, because, you know, it's completely unpredictable. There are just so many different routes they can go with this to make it very memorable. You know, we don't know if the title will be involved. We don't know. There's a lot we don't know. But you know, this is very unpredictable. It's very very complexly done. You know, if they book this right, you know, this is a hard thing to book. There are just so many ways you can do it, And when you're doing something this complex, you want to do it right, otherwise it'll be a bad flop. You know, I suppose that applies to all of wrestling in general, but when you're doing something this intricate, you want to do it right to kind of make the payoff very good. However, you know, I give them credit for going with something that is completely unpredictable, and, you know, but saying that though, I should probably take one thing for certain out of all of this. I do not think there's any chance that Tyler Black, very small chance that Tyler Black is leaving without the Ring of Honor World title. I will say that here and now. I don't think whatever happens on these nights, I do not think that Tyler Black will lose the Ring of Honor World title. I think that's almost a guarantee. I won't say a definite, but I will say almost a guarantee that Tyler Black will leave as the Ring of Honor World Champion. You know, the virtue of building him up for as long as they did and giving him the title reign that they did, you know, they want to make him a long-term character. They want to give him a meaningful title reign. You know, I think there's no virtue in having him lose so soon. So I'm gonna say right here and now, I think that Tyler Black will retain, will leave Phoenix as the Ring of Honor World Champion. I'm going to say leave Phoenix as the Ring of Honor World Champion because I think there's actually a chance. You know, I'm not going to go into specifics on this because we do not know if the title will be involved as of yet. So, you know, once we do know that, I think I might try to book this myself, you know, because it is very complex. It does offer you a lot of opportunity to book this and be creative with it. So I might, once we know whether or not the title will be involved in this, I might try to book this. So we will wait for that. It'll probably won't be long until we hear that for definite. But as for right now, while this is still up in the air slightly, you know, I think there might be a chance that somehow, someway they will give Roderick Strong a one-day title reign. You know, I think there might be a small chance of that because, you know, I don't mind the idea of Roderick getting the one-day title reign, to be honest. It'll be kind of like a symbolic gesture to the guy. Kind of like a symbolic gesture to the guy that has had so many title shot after title shot, yet has never actually won. You know, it'll be kind of like reminiscent of Tommy Dreamer winning the ECW World Championship for all of a half hour in the original ECW, by the way. You know, so I think that, you know, it's kind of, I don't think they can actually do that looking at it because they have to have Tyler Black in both matches the first night and Roderick Strong in both matches the second night, so they might not be able to do that with the rules they've given themselves. But I think that might be a small chance of that, you know, Roderick winning the title on the first night, then dropping it back to Black the second night. You know, it might kind of shit all over Tyler Black a little bit, but you know, I kind of like the idea of giving Roderick Strong a one-day title reign to an extent, based on that kind of symbolic gesture aspect. You know, it might be the wrong time to do it because, you know, we just had a title change that was supposed to mean a lot. But I'm going to leave that as a possibility for now. You know, once we hear once and for all whether or not the title will be involved in this, you know, I will probably do a booking video on this to give my own interpretation of it. But as of right now, I'm just speculating. I really give them credit for doing something that is completely unpredictable and different as well. So I'm kind of looking forward to this, to be honest. Looking forward to the Phoenix shows. Looking forward to how they do this. Really looking forward to seeing what happens. And you know, check back on the start of this video for some future videos that I will be doing. And with that, I'm out.